Hey everybody, Jack is here coming with another review. Today we're just going to do a reaction more than a review to the Dead City trailer. Dead City is the show that's going to be Maggie and Negan's show. I'm looking forward to it coming out. I think that I've heard a couple of dates. I'd heard at one point that it would be March, but I've also heard that it would be probably in May when Fear the Walking Dead finishes for the season. But whenever it is, I'll be ready. So let's get to reacting. So let's start out talking about the final episode, because it really was lackluster in terms of Negan. You really didn't know his story. You didn't know what happened with him. He wasn't at the last dinner. He wasn't, the year later didn't feature anything that happened with him or Annie. And we know that Maggie kind of told him that she couldn't forgive him for what happened to Glenn, for what he did to Glenn, but she does have great appreciation for him saving Herschel. You know, he means the world to her. She told him that he could stay in Alexandria, he and Annie and their baby, but if he saw her looking at him sideways, that he should know that that day is just not a good day for her. It seems to me that they decided not to stay in Alexandria, but where did they go? So I have to believe that because they didn't finish up his story, that Dead City will include what happened for Negan and his family between the time that they left Alexandria and when they meet up again, him and Maggie in New York. As I looked at the trailer, I definitely don't think that Negan and Maggie came to New York or to Dead City together. Because in some of these pictures that we've seen in the trailer and in some of the first look pictures that I've seen on the internet, she got a knife to his neck, so it doesn't really seem like that they left together. But what has happened to make Maggie leave to go off looking for something? Because she would not leave Herschel. I really just don't believe that she would have if something hadn't happened that affected him. I remember in one of the ending scenes, they did show Maggie as a person that was going out and coming back. So she could be going out to get food or medical supplies, as they've always had to do. But there's also a part of me that can't imagine that something would have happened to Herschel, because I don't think that the other people would not be out there helping her. I don't think that Mercer or even, just Carol, that somebody wouldn't be out there with her as backup. So I can't wait to find out why she is leaving and what she is looking for. And if you looked at Negan, well, honey, that looked like Lucille Wilden Negan right there. That was leather jacket Negan. And that really makes me think that something happened to Annie. If you remember, after his wife died, that's when he kind of lost the farm. He became so hard, and he became the maniacal dictator Negan that we all, many of us, or even some of us, either loved or despised. I can't believe that he really goes completely back to being his former self, because it definitely seems in the trailer that they found some compromise or some position where they can work together, and it definitely looks like they're working together. But I think a little friction is going to make it good, because Maggie hasn't completely forgiven him for what happened to Glenn, and so, I think at some point she's going to want to kick his ass, and some part she'll be glad to have him there. Who is going to be the villain of this story? Who is going to be the person that they're looking for? I know that it won't always be or only be about some walkers. Does this story somehow tie into Daryl's story? He's doing some things over in Paris, but Negan and Maggie are looking in New York somewhere for a piece that may tie it all together. It looks like they have a new cast of badasses that are there to help Negan and Maggie in their journey. And it was pretty cool to see the walkers that have been created for the underground in New York City. It'll be nice to see if they do more than ask for change down in the subway. So I'm really looking forward to this show, especially because they didn't show Negan's end story. I'd really like to know what happened to him. I was wanting him to have this baby with Annie. I thought that was just kind of a really cool way for him to redeem himself by having people in his life that he can count on and trust. That would show that he did make a change. And I also want to know why. Why are we going to the Dead City? Why is that important? They've not given us any good hints. I've not seen any really good hints on the internet about that. So tell me what you think. What happened to Negan, and how did he and Maggie end up meeting up together in New York? Did they meet before New York, or did they meet somehow in New York, or when they... Place your comments below. And if you are enjoying the content, please subscribe, like the video, get notifications. I've been putting out videos once a week. I am really excited about the Walking Dead universe. I think we'll be seeing Fear, I believe maybe in February of 2023. I think that's how they do it. So until we meet again, I'll see you next time.